Good morning, sports fans, and welcome in. Our week of high school football previews continued last night. Our own Caine Pittman caught up with the West Muskingum Tornadoes football team ahead of their season opener on Friday.
Thanks, Dylan. We are here at West Muskingum and the energy is high. We are 3 days away from the start of the Ohio high school football season, and the Tornadoes are getting ready for this Friday, baby. After having a solid 6-4 season last year, the West Muskingum Tornadoes are ready to soar to new heights.
I think these guys are focused on, like I said, competing every single week. These guys are hungry. We're still talking about playing with a chip on our shoulder. We're coming off, a successful year last year, but last year's over.
Now with expectations at an all-time high, the Tornadoes will have to attack the season with a different mindset.
6-4 is not good enough anymore. We had a good year last year. We had a decent year, but it's not good enough anymore. We expect to be great.
The West Muskingum Tornadoes open their season on August 19th versus the Lakewood Lancers in Zanesville. Because local matters, this is Caine Pittman reporting for WHIZ.
Hello. Thanks for tuning in. We start off in the NFL where Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow is set to have surgery. The young superstar quarterback will have an appendectomy, according to sources at ESPN. The timetable for the operation is still not clear, but is likely going to happen within the next 48 hours. The older vets of the Bengals all reported to practice today ahead of their first official training camp practice Wednesday. Cincinnati, who was coming off his first AFC championship and Super Bowl appearance in 33 seasons, is happy that it's not a big-time injury and that the surgery is pretty normal. Last year, Burrow completed 70% of his passes for 4,611 yards and 34 touchdowns, and he will look to have an even better season this year. Now for some MLB action, we head to Chicago where the Pirates took on the Cubs. The Cubs scored in the first inning when Happ smacked a RBI double to deep right field to bring in 2 runners. Horner will be up next, and he hit a RBI double of his own to make it 3-0. The game will stay quiet for a while until the 7th inning when the Pirates finally responded with Cruz blasting a 2-run home run to center field to make it 3-2. But the Cubs would match it and hit a home run of their own in the 8th inning to put the game out of reach as they defeated the Pirates 4-2. They will be back in action Thursday to face the Phillies. Thanks, Kevon. Warm summer heat and fresh cut grass means Ohio high school football is underway. Today we're at Miller High School where the Falcons are getting ready for this upcoming season.
We caught up with Coach Scott and we talked about the difference between this year's team and last year's team.
I mean, there is definitely more energy. I think, with me being a second-year head coach and just the kids coming in and knowing my expectations, what I want from them, we gel together better. We've had a lot of kids that have joined, which is great, that have came out that didn't play last year, but also, the returners that I had, all off season I preached, the boys were talking about the weight room, which I preached, and I was always out in the weight room with them. But just getting them excited and I need to be excited. I want my coaches to be excited when we show up. So, now that I'm a little bit more comfortable in my second year, just one of the things I want to focus is positivity and getting these guys ready for week 1.
Now, with 2 years under Coach Scott, the Falcons now have higher expectations.
Top PMSL for sure. I think we have all the players. We just keep our heads up and stay in the weight room and stay on the field working hard. We can get there.
For these guys, I want them to take it one game at a time. So week 1 we play Fed Hawk. I want to go in and beat Fed Hawk. Once we get into our league games and everything, we are young and compete. I want these guys to go out and compete and not necessarily worry about the scoreboard from the beginning and I hope that these guys are just ready to play every week. These guys are hungry. They want to play football and they're excited. For instance, 7:30, I want these guys out on the field, and they're out here by about 7:24, stretching and getting ready. So it shows that their dedication and they're ready to learn and have a successful season.
Now over to tennis, where superstar tennis player Rafael Nadal has pulled out of Wimbledon. Rafael Nadal was scheduled to have his semifinal match on Friday, but he decided to pull out of the tournament due to a torn abdominal muscle. The 22-time champion said he has been experiencing excruciating pain in the area for the past week, but the injury got worse during Wednesday's quarterfinal match. Nadal said to a group of reporters, quote, "Unfortunately, as you can imagine, if I am here and I have to pull out from the tournament as everybody saw yesterday, I have been suffering with pain. I know something was not okay," there said, end quote. The 36-year-old was trying to win Wimbledon for the 3rd time in his career and the first time since 2010. He expects to be back on the court in about 3 to 4 weeks. And now for a little baseball action, we have the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. In the first game of a doubleheader, both teams came up in this matchup trying to shake off tough losses. Things stayed quiet for the first half of the game, with the first 4 innings being scoreless for both teams. The Pirates got things started in the 5th when Castillo blasted a home run to center field. The Reds will respond with their next at-bat, with Solano matching him and crushing a home run of his own to tie it up 1-1. In the 6th inning, Chavez will hit a nice 2-run RBI double to give the Pirates a 3-1 lead. They would add to it in the 7th when Delay hit a RBI double to right field. The Reds would add on another run in the 8th, but it wasn't enough as the Pirates win this one 4-2.
So, player of the game, we talk about it a little bit. It was a really difficult decision. Talk to me first and foremost who your honorable mentions are.
I'm going to say this was a tough one. I'm going to go honorable mention Cora Palmer. She made some big threes for Lexington in the second half. And for Mansfield Senior, I'm going to go with Meyer. She not only had 12 points, she played ferocious defense throughout, and it was big for them to win this game tonight. I love the way she played defense, and that's why they won this game tonight, Zach. Only reason, ferocious defense. If I'm the coach and I'm giving out gold star defensive performance, this was a 9/10. Everybody gets a gold star. You may even take the team out for ice cream cones.